morning, afternoon, and evening, everyone. My name's Nick, and welcome back to the channel. Last time on All Finishers Ranked, we took a good look at the main roster of fatalities from Mortal Kombat 1. If you haven't checked that episode out, be sure to check it up on the card up above. Also, I'm really sorry about that age restriction, too. Fingers crossed this one doesn't get it either. As I had mentioned on the last episode, Kameo fighters, or the assists in this game, would also get their own ranking, hence what we are doing today. The Kameo fatalities are modern takes on classic fatalities from their gameplay debut. Due to the simplicity of some of these Kameo finishers, we are mainly ranking these based on how well these were modernized on top of the pacing and presentation. I'll be sure to say something positive about each of these, even the ones I rank low. And with that, let's summon our assist and rank all 15 of the Kameo fatalities. Starting off this list is a character who also appeared at the bottom of the Fatal Blow list, Darius. Armed and Dangerous recreates his classic arm rip from Deception, however, it's lacking in the presentation with this game. What sold it back then was the fun camera angle and the over-the-top sound effects. Also, if you're gonna bring back Darius, they should have at least used the Mix-a-Lot fatality instead, but that's just my opinion. But I will say it's at least unique enough that he's ripping off the opponent's arms and just going to town on their head. As of now, Armed and Dangerous is my least favorite Kameo fatality. From one forgettable combatant to another with Striker. Like how Darius's misses the charm, Safety Vest does too. He puts a bomb in their chest in a way to convince Gary to take a bath, walks away, and then blows the opponent up. Without the character and charm of the original, it comes off as pretty bland. Not even a throwback to plug in the ears? I think that would have saved this one. Come on, Striker. This one is a bit of a dud if you ask me. The Prince of the Shokan, Goro, comes in at number 13 with the Prince of Pain, an original fatality as he didn't get his own fatalities until MK Deception. Unfortunately, I would have preferred the multi-limb rip over this here. This honestly feels like a weird fusion of Jax's head clap and Kung Lao's splitter fatality. Overall, I do think it's a pretty okay idea, but I feel like it missed the mark in its execution. I feel it could have been better, but it's still pretty alright overall. Speaking of splitters, we have the Kameo Kung Lao with his clean cut fatality. This is just the MK2 classic fatality, but with updated camera angles. And similar to the MKX version, I feel like it's missing something. I would have preferred the inclusion of the long scream after the slice. However, I do like the camera angle when the body does split in two. Not bad, I think it's pretty good, but I feel it could be better. At number 11 with our first female fighter in the series, Sonya Blade with her classic Kiss of Death fatality. This one is very faithful to her classic, but with some fun camera angles sprinkled in there to make it fun and refreshing. It's simple and right to the point. It's the classic that we remember.
Fatality. Sub-Zero.
And speaking of classics we remember with a nice little update, Kano's Heart Rip returns at number 10. Though this is nearly the same as the classic, the camera angles really help make it pop a whole lot more. Similar to Sonya, it's simple and right to the point. This Kameo fatality has quite the heart.
Fatality.
Up next, we have the long-awaited return of a MK Mythology's representative, Serena. Her fatality, Inner Demon, sees her use a devil trigger, or for many, switching into her Doja Cat costume. She lifts them up and then with her bare hands splits open their chest with their heart dangling in the middle, really reminding me of Scorpion's fatality from MKX. But instead of leaving it there to dangle, she stabs it and rips it out with her pointy tail, and then throws the corpse like a sack of potatoes. A fun little detail is that the heart is stuck on her tail after the finisher is concluded. This finisher is just super fun, all the way until the very tail end. Striking hard at number 8 with Shujinko's 5-point strike. Funny enough, this finisher is actually original, and not a remake of a classic. Actually, not really a full original, because it's actually a reference to the 5-point strike moment from Kill Bill Volume 2. For real, just actually look at the side by side, you'll notice it quite immediately. Quite the striking one that'll have Uma Thurman quite happy. Now how about adding the Bride as DLC? Please?
Fatality.
Alright everyone, if you're a gamer or content creator like me, you know how hard it can be to eat the right stuff when you're just getting into those online matches or those long nights of editing. I don't know about you, but I find myself grabbing quick snacks or eating something with little to no nutritional value, and that can be really hard when trying to stay in good shape. With my busy schedule of editing, writing, capturing footage, and so much more, it can be hard to find some quick food that's also just really good for you. And that's where Control, today's sponsor, comes in. They're a brand owned and operated by gamers and esports legends who decided to make healthier food options for people like us. And you can tell that it's so good that in Liu Kang's new era, Control is still around. It's also extremely easy to make. Just pour your milk, water, or almond milk in your shaker, scoop your Control powder, shake it up, and then you're done. For real, it's so easy that you don't even have to use an easy finisher token to get it done. What makes them a quick favorite of mine is actually their variety of flavors, with their cinnamon toast being my favorite. They recently formulated the shakes to make them taste better and be even healthier. They lowered the sugar to only 1 gram while including 23 grams of protein while raising the fiber and healthy carbs. These shakes will fill you up for hours, and they actually taste amazing, meaning you can enjoy your favorite cereal snack as a healthy option now. Also, if you're looking for a quick high protein snack, they also have their new protein cookies, which I recommend strongly. Control has really helped me make snacking easier while editing and gaming, and they've allowed me to extend that offer to you by sponsoring this video. If you want to make a healthier change, use the link in my description and use the code KNICKNACK for 10% off. Using my code helps support me and this channel, and it makes it possible to continue making these videos, along with a nice discount for some real good goodies. I recommend the Bundle Builder, where you can try different products at a discount. Or if you want to save some money on shipping and get these amazing products quicker, you can go into your local GNC and pick some up. So what are you waiting for, and get yourself some amazing sweet treats from Control. Again, a big thank you to Control for sponsoring today's ranking. Time to get all toasty with the classic Scorpion fatality? Toasty. This is just how you remember it, ripping off the mask and then spitting a fireball at the opponent and they explode. My favorite little detail is actually the tribute to Mortal Kombat 2. Instead of all the gibs and body parts flying everywhere, you'll notice that it's a bunch of femurs and arm bones, similar to the classic fatality. Gotta love that little detail, and this faithful recreation. Moving on to our next classic ninja with the chill dude, Sub-Zero. As expected, he does the classic spine rip finisher. What makes me love this remake is the nice icy additions, freezing the neck first before pulling the spine clean out. On top of it, the sound design is just absolutely disturbing but cool. Like the classic ESRB maker, this one still sends shivers down your spine.
Fatality.
Entering the top 5 with Sub-Zero's student, Frost. Her fatality, Breaking Point, is a readaptation of her Deadly Alliance fatality, which she freezes their core until they freeze inside out and delivers a strong palm strike, shattering all the muscle and skin, but somehow leaving the bones behind. Hearing them struggle to breathe is just a bit unnerving, but it's what helps make it stand out. Almost similar to Sub-Zero's, but this one is just more chilling to the bone.
Fatality.
At number 4, we've got the sub-boss from Mortal Kombat 3, the Centaurian Motaro. Funny enough, this is an actual original fatality, similar to Goro's Kameo finisher. If they did pull off Motaro's MK3 trilogy finisher with the head pull, the entire MK community would be in flames. But Brain Blast is a great original finisher. He holds their arms and then has his tail stab into their head and shoots a laser blowing them up, which is absolutely crazy. After a long hiatus, Motaro wasn't horsing around with this fatality. Pressing on into the top 3 was Sector's Compactor. One of my favorite Sector fatalities gets remade in a great way. Though very similar to the classic, the addition of the opponent's reaction before getting pasted just sticks with me. Sticks even better than the Compactor pieces after crushing the opponent. Also, I love how they retain the explosive amount of blood to make any fan of gore just happy. Overall, pretty solid on the Kameo side.
Fatality.
Our runner-up continues with the absurd trend, Jax's Big Boot. When I ranked this last year, I said it was his worst fatality. In hindsight, I feel like I was just a bit too harsh, but I do think this recreation does enough to double down and make it great. Seeing him enlarge himself with purple energy, along with his superior angle shot, makes this loads better in terms of presentation. I also love how when he stomps on the opponent, some of the blood even splatters on the screen. It's just a nice little touch there. This one just stomps out many of the other Kameo finishers, and is a faithful recreation.
Fatality. Sub-Zero wins.
Alright, y'all saw this one coming, but number 1 goes to the most absurd finisher in the entire game, Cyrax's Annihilation, a faithful remake of the classic world destruction from Mortal Kombat 3, sold with amazing new shots and camera angles to make it that much better. My favorite little detail is the opponent screaming no right before the explosion. It's absurd and we love it, an absolute blast of a finisher and the best Kameo fatality in Mortal Kombat 1.
Fatality. Sub-Zero wins. Flawless victory.
And there's my list of all the Kameo finishers ranked from the worst to the best. Which of these was your favorite and which was your least favorite? Share down below and let's have a fun discussion. Another reminder that this is just my list, it's not the definitive one, and I'd love to hear your takes down below. With this game going to get constant support for the next couple of years, be prepared to see this list updated after the first combat pack wraps up. I seriously cannot wait for more Mortal Kombat 1 content. So remember to subscribe, like the video, and share it with your friends. Your support means so much, and you all mean so much to me. I'm planning on putting out a short video of future content that I'm planning on putting out regarding Mortal Kombat. Due to all the age restrictions, other series that I've done in the past will be returning. So be on the lookout for all costumes ranked, and other fun rankings and Mortal Kombat 1 videos coming to the channel. As always, thanks again for tuning in. My name is Nick, and remember to have an amazing rest of your day.
Fight!